Hi, this is Daniel from TBLT.de, and this is a quick comparison between the Samsung Galaxy S4 and the LG G2. So let's have a quick tour around the devices. Got 5-inch Super AMOLED, a Full HD panel on the Galaxy S4, and also a Full HD panel on the LG G2, but it's bigger with 5.2 inches. Although the device itself is not that much bigger. We'll compare the displays in a second, but first we've got a 2 megapixel camera on the front. We've got some software buttons on the G2, whereas the Galaxy S4 has some hardware buttons up here, but the software buttons can disappear, so you can take full advantage of this bigger display. So the Galaxy S4 has some buttons around the device. We've got on the left the volume rocker, on the right the power button, and the LG G2 doesn't have that. It has no buttons around the device at all, nothing on top, nothing on the sides, it's just on the back, and it has some cool features which I'll tell you in a second. So we've got a 3.5mm headphone jack on the LG G2 on the bottom, which is on the top of the Galaxy S4, speakers and also micro USB. Both devices have a infrared port, which means you can watch TV and control your TV with with your smartphone, which is a great thing, I think. So on the back we've got a 13 megapixel camera with LED flash on both devices. Both take very good pictures. I wouldn't say that one is better than another because both of them are great, but the LG G2 is better for videos because it can take 1080p 60 frames per second, and also it has a built-in optical image stabilization, which the Galaxy S4 doesn't have. But therefore the Galaxy S4 is a bit thinner, which is maybe a millimeter, yeah, not more. So we've got these buttons on the LG G2. This is the power button, but you can also wake it by double tapping the middle of the screen. Also you can put it into standby mode by double tapping the status bar, which is a cool feature, I think, and I really loved it when the device is laying on the table. You just double tap and it should wake up. So yeah, cool feature. I very much like it, and also it took me maybe 2 days to get used to these buttons on the back, which are kind of unusual. They are definitely unusual, but when you get used to it, you take another phone into your hand and you grab and want to turn your phone with your index finger, and you can't. So this is a really cool feature. I like it very much. Yeah, definitely an advantage for the LG G2, but still the people who like the old layout, the Galaxy S4 is still there. So the LG G2 has an inbuilt battery with 3000 milliampere hours. The Galaxy S4 has just 2600, and also the Galaxy S4 has a removable back, which is very flexible and doesn't feel that good as the LG G2, which is a non-removable back with some nice carbon look texture. It feels better in your hand, feels definitely more solid, more rigid. I like the feel of the G2 more. But the Galaxy S4 has some advantages. You can replace the battery, and you can also top up the memory with micro SD cards up to 64 gigabytes of extra storage is possible with the Galaxy S4. With the LG G2, you just buy the 16 or 32 gigs version, and when you're done, you cannot expand your memory at all. So yeah, I was talking about the display. Both have great viewing angles, and let's see how the display size compares. So 5.2 inch on the G2, and you see you can definitely see the difference. Although the device is not that much bigger, this very sleek bezel makes a difference. So you see the G2 is slightly wider, not much, maybe tiny bit higher, but it definitely feels good in your hand, and you can still use it with just your thumb, so there's not a problem at all. Okay, so spec-wise, we've got a Snapdragon 600 CPU on the Galaxy S4 and a Snapdragon 800 CPU on the LG G2 with 4 times 2.3 GHz and 4 times 1.9 GHz on the S4. So there is a difference there, and also the GPU on the G2 is definitely faster, as some benchmarks have shown. Also, you get LTE category 4, which means up to 150 megabit per second in download speeds. The Galaxy S4 only can do 100 megabit per second, but in reality you won't notice that. So yeah, price-wise, the Galaxy S4 is about 450 euros at the moment for a 16 gigabyte version. The LG G2 will come out in September for a price of 499 for the 16 gig and 549 for the 32 gig. I would definitely go for the 32 because you can't expand the memory, as I said already. So which phone is better? The Galaxy S4 is of course an older phone. It is almost maybe 5 months old, 4 or 5 months. It feels a bit cheaper due to this plastic bag, which is removable, and you see you can indent it a bit. The cameras are both great, so no advantage there, but the battery life of the LG G2 is definitely a go. So on the Galaxy S4 I get about 1 day of battery life, whereas the LG G2 can take me up to 2 days if I use it not so often, but definitely 1.5 days with no problem. So battery life is a big advantage of the LG G2, and yeah, it's faster, battery life is better, it feels better in your hand, it has optical image stabilization, and I really like this double tap to wake feature. So why don't you tell me in the comments which one do you like more, the Samsung Galaxy S4 or the LG G2? Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'm Daniel from TBLT.de, and thanks for watching.